So we need to learn how to keep the one goal in front of us always. Now, unfortunately, the way Yogananda put it is this world is like a show God has put on. It's like a movie. But unfortunately for us, God is a very, very engaging script writer. He's really done the show so well that it's hard to take our eyes off the show. And I want to tell you a story from my own personal life about this. I always loved Yogananda's analogy that this world is a movie. He would take his students to the movie theater. He would say, let's enjoy this engaging movie. But when the audience, his students, were really engaged, really engrossed in watching the movie, he would tap them on the shoulder and they would suddenly jump up. And then he would say, oh, well, look at the beam of light. Don't look at the movie. Don't get engrossed there. If you look at the movie, you see ups and downs, pain and pleasure, life and death, sorrow and happiness. But as soon as you learn to withdraw and look to the pure beam of light, you see it's only a drama. It's not a reality. The light is the reality. And because before I came here to Ananda village, I had to share these teachings very often in Mumbai. This was my favorite analogy. I thought I knew exactly what Yogananda meant. I was trained. I had talked about this so many times. So sure enough, a couple years ago, Marvel released Spider-Man Homecoming. And I said to myself, well, when I go there, I'm going to practice Yogananda's teachings. I'm going to look to the beam at least 3 or 5 times. I'm trained in this. It'll be easy. Well, every time I remembered, let me look to the beam. I says, well, I can do it 5 minutes from now. This is engrossing. He's becoming Spider-Man. I don't want to miss what's happening on the screen. And then after 10 minutes, well, there's still time. And imagine my embarrassment when the end credits started rolling up and I had not looked to the beam. And, this is how this world is. It's much more engaging than the Spider-Man movie. We have children, we have jobs, we have health, relationships, projects, tasks. All of us have good intentions. But all those things, because we are already engrossed in the movie, we don't have the option to say, I won't watch it. We have already been deeply engrossed in this movie for incarnations. It's very hard to pull away our concentration and look to the beam. So then Avengers came out, and I said, well, this time I'm going to do better. But I failed again. 3 hours I was watching the movie, and finally it was some other movie, probably the second Avengers or whatever it was, that I was able to turn and look to the beam. But it made me realize it's very easy for that fire of divine search to start smoldering. We want it to be a conflagration, but it's very easy, and you and I are not really to blame completely. This drama is very engrossing, but be that as it may, we want ourselves to become spiritually free. I found a letter of Paramahansa Yogananda's, which I had not seen before, and this was exactly on this topic. So I says, I'm going to read it for all of us here. So this is a letter he wrote on December 16, 1942, to Lois Carpenter. Dear Miss Carpenter, thank you for your letter written December 8th. I am so pleased to see your enthusiasm for self-realization, and I pray that you will never be satisfied with anything less than the highest illumination. Let God come first in your life, and duties to the world trail second. Then alone will you realize the true purpose of life. Now, when I read these letters, one of the things I do is often I'll replace the name of the student with my own name, because that way I receive free guidance from the Guru. And so whatever your name is, think these lines are addressed to you,